Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. For the really beginning I want to say I'm sorry all my Polish viewers, but this video gonna be in English because I want to make it more international and it's important to me, so I hope you understand everything. And I'm sorry all people whose English is first language because my English is not on super high level and I can make some mistakes, but like I said, it's important to me, so I wanted to try. And if you hear some mistakes, you can correct me in the comment section, but please don't hate me. I don't use English on, in real life for days because I don't even have opportunity, so please don't hate me. This video gonna be about what I remember since Lady Gaga appeared in my life and what I felt on particular years. And this is for her 30th birthday. I remember how in primary school we have a sports class and it was winter and we go to skates, and I remember how I couldn't stand on them, but I tried, and I remember it was on the radio and one of the songs was so powerful, and I didn't know who sings that, but I felt this is something what I feel, all my emotion, and it was about dance. I was 12, but even if I wasn't understand all lyrics, I was understand just one phrase, Just Dance, and it was that song, Lady Gaga, Just Dance, and I don't know, but it gave me strong and it was so powerful to me then, and I never heard something like this before, really. And the best part, on the skates, when I was a few minutes later, I was better in this, and on the radio was another song, and another song with this power, and that was Poker Face. That was 2008, and I didn't know who sings these songs, and maybe I heard someone named Lady Gaga, but I didn't know who she is and anything. Long time I didn't know who she is because that in 2008 internet wasn't popular, mobile phones wasn't connected to internet and anything like that, and no one have iPhone, or or maybe iPhone 1, but anyone remember them? And I remember sometime later, always when I eat breakfast, they very often in the radio give song nothing I can't say, and this song is for me something like breakfast forever. For the end of my life, this song gonna remind me breakfast. But maybe I heard something time to time on TV, but I wasn't very interesting, so just because. And another time later, this reminds me driving to school with my mom, and in the car I remember how I listening Paparazzi, and I don't know why, but I was so stupid because I don't know, but for me Paparazzi was completely the same song with song Beyonce on this time, which was very popular, and this was Sweet Dreams, and I don't know how I was able to think that, but for me Paparazzi and Sweet Dreams was completely the same. And when Paparazzi was on the radio, I think it's Sweet Dreams, and when Sweet Dreams was on the radio, I think it was Paparazzi. Don't ask me how I was thinking that. I think my something like big crush, it was when one day when I came to school and one of my friends have something that was a magazine called Bravo, and it was for teenage girls, then was very popular, and she told me something like, Lady Gaga new video Love Game was forbidden for Australia. And I said, what? Lady who? And forbidden why? And she showed me something like article and something like that. When I come to home, I remember that I go to computer. That was computer of my father, because I was 11 and I haven't my own, or maybe I have, but I know I have computer, but without internet. So now computer without internet, that pointless. And I checked that information, and that was the first time when I checked something about Lady Gaga. But fun fact, I didn't find them video Love Game. That was sometime later when I came to this friend what I talk about, and we were looking video Lady Gaga Love Game, and we finally find it, but we didn't know if it is true or fake, because then it wasn't even Vivo, wasn't really, and it was like, wow, maybe this is it, but maybe not. And I remember how we find it and have fun then. I didn't interesting them Lady Gaga, so I like her songs, but I wasn't her fan. Just I like her. Something more happened when I was middle school, and she gave her next album, The Fame Monster. But my time when I became her fan, it was when I was on a winter break with my parents, and it was in Italy. We came to little town called Madonna di Campiglio. Fun fact, Madonna. But I remember how on ski, when I was on the ski, I heard a song, and that's changed my life completely, forever. Really. And it was Bad Romance, and it was so popular then, really. And I remember how we back to hotel, and there was television, and I watched this television, and they have MTV Italia, something like that, and I watched it, and that was the first place where I saw music video for Bad Romance, and it was like, oh my gosh, that is so perfect, and I have only wow, nothing else, wow. And always after ski, I watching MTV Italia and waiting for Bad Romance, and they always put it because it was so popular. That was song of my 2010's winter break, really. And it was the time when I officially became fan of Lady Gaga, because when I come back to Poland, I remember how I searched so many information about Lady Gaga, because I felt it. I have something like, I love her and I need her in my life, really. And I started watching a video with her and her interview. She impressed me everything. I know about her weird stylization, but for me it was something different, something unusual, something what I want to look like, because everyone around me was the same, completely the same. And I always felt inside different than others. And even if maybe people around think she is completely like us, I didn't felt like that. I always knew I'm different inside of me. Lady Gaga was my first someone who showed me I can be different and people can accept. Okay, she has so many haters in this time, but she didn't give up, and she was so inspiration for me. And I remember how for summer 2010, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I didn't check that. I remember how before summer 2010 I was waiting for her new video called Alejandro, and that song was all my summer. This song was with me all summer, and that was a big hit, really. I I love it so much. And then until appear video with Beyonce, and for me that was so funny because a few years before I can't recognize song Lady Gaga and Beyonce, and now they have a song together. It was something like whoa, and actually they have two songs together, so another wow. But yeah, and I remember how they say in autumn 2010 that she came to Poland, and that was the biggest dream to came to this concert. But I was 14 and the concert was on Gdańsk, and I'm from Krakow, so and my parents never have good thinking about concerts, so it is obvious that I wasn't on this concert. And from this time I'm waiting that she maybe one day maybe I can go to her concert. 2011 was also beginning was slow, but I remember how she say that she gonna have a new album, and it was like OMG. And I remember how I had to visit tea doctor, but it wasn't a dentist, someone who make your teeth straight, because my teeth wasn't straight. However, I remember how we have this visit on particular time, and that was the same day when her new song had to be on the radio. No, we don't going to the doctor until we heard a new song Lady Gaga. My mom was so angry because she thought you can hear it later. Why you want now? And me because that is premiere and I'm her big fan, so I have to. Yeah, just because. And even if my mom was angry, I remember we heard Born This Way, and I was so happy. And my mom was something like, okay, her song is okay, we can hear it. And all year was like that. I remember how Born This Way video comes out and how I was excited, and I have really identified with this video. Later I remember how Judas video comes out, and I have something like, oh my god, that is the most expensive video on earth. That video was for me one of the best video ever. Later was The Age of Glory, and I remember people thinks, wow, that is too normal to her, but however it was perfect, and I think she needs something like that. Later we have You and I actually didn't like the song, but I was really truly surprised by video, and yeah, again I love this video. And end of the year was Marry the Night video, and I remember that I say it's something like lately birthday gift, because premiere was few days after my birthday, so yeah. 2012 was like break, but we know what happened really, and she had problem with her hip and everyone was worried about her, and it was like, I hope she gonna be okay, and it's important to she reconsistency, and yeah, just everyone loves her, knew what I'm talking about. 2013 was first half was only mysterious whispers about her big comeback, and yeah, I remember that was summer. First I was in England, and in England that was only something like that is that data she come back, and people talk about when it's gonna happen, but you know it's not. And I remember I was in Bulgaria country, and it was one day when I checked my phone and someone write that she come back and it's her new song is available to listen, and I have something like OMG, I need to hear it again. And I remember my vacation group, something like that, they go to the beach and I go with them because I have to, but I remember how I escaped from the beach and I go to the parking near a five-star hotel, and on this parking was Wi-Fi and I was so happy, and I sit in corner of this parking, yeah, where wasn't car, and I remember how I didn't have even headphones, so I just take my phone and I give the lowest quality, and I have something like that, and that was the first time when I heard applause. 2013 was the year when I have the most experience actually, and it was mostly case coincidence, but you know, I remember how everyone waiting for art pop and everyone who was so excited about this album, and first was her performance or iTunes festival, something like that, and I don't even remember, but everyone judged the songs, everyone was so waiting for this album, and I remember how she showed her cover of album on big screen, and I watched it on computer on some website. I remember how art pop became, and again I have the biggest wow ever, and actually that was the first album ever which I buy, because earlier I didn't have something like I need her album or something like that. I just enjoy music on YouTube and you know, on some website and on radio and like that. But this time I have this feel that I need her album. I remember how we later waiting for Duo 2 and music video, and everyone was so excited again, but we know this video never happened. Some people like me are waiting for today for this video and have hope that someday she publish it. I know she doesn't, but I can have hope. Later she wants cover it out, but so she make art pop film, which is actually a guy music video, but for me it was hard time because me and my parents have moving to other house, and for the beginning we didn't have internet, and I was so angry because I couldn't watch this video on premiere day. But I remember how we especially goes to restaurant and in this restaurant. I was so desperate to watch this that I take headphones and on between soup and my meal I watch it. Yeah, that was so funny. 2014 was also a year when she announced her album with Tony Bennett, Cheek to Cheek, and she had her art pop ball, and again I want to so bad go to her concert, but it was before I was 18 and her concert was only available for me in Prague in Czech Republic, so it's obvious I didn't go because no one wants to go with me on this concert. 2015 was just okay, it is. I remember how she posed on Valentine's Day, her hand with engagement ring, and that was so sweet. I remember how I was happy for her, and I have something like it was my engagement. I'm like the other monsters, so she's for me like my second mother, and that it's really truly love, and she gives me hope every day, and so important to me because only thanks to her I survived middle school and high school, because that was the worst time in my life ever. And now I'm on college and I'm happy. I'm a happy person. But I wasn't in years before. She's the only person who wasn't close to me, like, you know, like family. But however, she helps me, and that's why I loved her. Other half of 2015 was what was important to. I remember how she announced that she gonna be in American Horror Story, and I didn't watch this series before, but you know, that was weird for me because my life is only watching TV series, and you know, I watching more than 50 TV series on one time, and don't judge me, I don't have life, I don't have friends, so I can. And that was so weird for me because I didn't watch American Horror Story, so I decided. That was something like, I don't know, it was June, I believe, maybe August, maybe later, I don't remember when exactly, but something like that. And I remember I had to plan to watch all seasons to October, but I have a bad time those days, and I couldn't watch as many series as I want, so I remember I just watched only first season, and later actually starts fifth season with her, and after first I have mind, no, okay, I know I should watch 2, 3 and 4th season, but I don't gonna do this. I go to 5th season. I knew that each season is about something else, so I just do it. And I just watched 5th season on October to January, and I really love it because her creation in this series was so perfect for me. And she reminds me years between primary school and middle school, when vampires was so popular, like Twilight, you know. But however, in January this year, American Horror Story ends, and February was something like OMG. She had so many performances. She's on so many galas. I just say Golden Globes, Grammy Music Awards, Oscars, that the biggest honor. She won Golden Globes and she had nomination to Oscar. Wow. And that all before 30. But I was so angry she didn't get an Oscar, and many people also. And in my opinion, her song, and we talk about Till It Happens to You, was the best. But it's only my opinion. I hope one day she will get an Oscar, really. And now we have a March, and when I published this video, she had her 30th birthday, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Lady Gaga, and I love you. Happy 30th birthday. Thank you for watching this super long video. I hope you enjoy a little bit, maybe. Yeah, if you are here, I'm really glad and thank you. And yeah, we're gonna see in my next video. Bye!